So if you're going to try to do it in 2 days, that's going to show that you have some dedication and you have some skill.
Yeah, because is it now your full time? I mean, you said it already before, but it's a full time thing now so far. So
yeah, it's taken up. Basically, we've been touring at least 4 months, if not more, out of the year for the past 4 years, and then there's a couple of months of rehearsal that gets tossed in through there. So, more than half the year is spent on this project. So it's actually hard to do other things because you got to balance that too with I have a wife and 2 young kids too, so it's hard for me to spend a lot of time away. This is actually a pretty long tour for us. This is a 5-week tour that we're doing, which would be the longest time that I'll be away from the kids. So.
But are they young at age, or are they already aware?
3 and 1.
Okay, so we have to explain that to them later, maybe.
Yeah,
then.
Yeah.
No, I was wondering. You already talked a little bit about it. You use some Luminous Offering Zappa's older band, but how did you came to the ultimate selection that you have now from musicians that you brought with you?
Well, the core band, the people that are still within the band, they've been there from the beginning, and they were all selected based on specific auditions. And the auditions were designed to weed out anybody with sort of delusional thinking, because I made the auditions extremely hard.
Did you took some of your father's methods also into that?
Well, I'm assuming it's a similar thing, but because what it was for the specific instruments, I chose the 2 hardest pieces, that I knew we were going to play. And I said, all right, well, they need to learn these things. They have to transcribe them themselves. I'm not going to give them the music. They have to transcribe it themselves, and they only have 2 days. And it's something that I knew to properly learn and be able to play would require months. So if you're going to try to do it in 2 days, that's going to show that you have some dedication and you have some skill. So the people that actually got through it and were able to even get close, those were the people that were considered, and then at that point, you have it's a personality thing too. You have to make sure that.
Did you know them already?
Not all of them. You have to make sure it's somebody that's going to fit in with the thing. So we've been fortunate that everybody gets along, and everybody has a very diligent way of going about staying on top of their responsibilities, and there's enough respect for the music and enough self-respect to want to do it right, that that's what keeps the band motivated and playing it high level.
Do you maybe in what way does it sometimes what do you feel like? You're an artist yourself, you played your own music as well. How does it feel now that you're maybe labeled as the son of? Is that something
I think people have always sort of labeled that me as that since the beginning. So I just have always disregarded it. The fact that I'm playing my father's music and then people actually have enjoyed the whole process, and like I said before, we won a Grammy for doing it. It shows that people like it and respect it, but at the same time, they've become more intrigued and interested in what I might do outside of this than they would have prior to this.
Have you written any songs, maybe music yourself during this, because maybe you got inspired?
I haven't had any time. I'm gonna try to do some more of my own music. We finish in September, and so we have a little bit of time off. I'll try to get around to writing some stuff.
Can you maybe just, fantasies, maybe think about it? Would it be the same vein in a way? Or
I don't really even know, but just the other night at one of the other shows, I was approached by one of the people that run the orchestral hall, and they were suggesting that maybe in a couple years we might do a specific thing where they were asking me if I was interested in composing a piece for a 100-piece orchestra, so I could write some of my own music and also play some of Frank's music and do a classical concert. So that's something that would be actually pretty interesting, and I might, you know, start making plans for that.
Because you restrict now to the more rock era or the pop era of your.
You know, I'm not really, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I mean, the orchestral thing is interesting to me because you know, you don't get too many opportunities where you could say where somebody that's willing to, you know, want to play a piece of music. You know,
do you think you could do it? Or
yeah. Yeah.
So that's living already in your fantasy in a way.
Yeah, it wouldn't be out of the question at all. I mean, I have certainly a lot more skill now than I did 20 years ago. So it would be fun. It'd be fun to do.